What is up? We're back with another video. How is everybody? Uh, I wasn't on since last year. Uh, yeah, it's another video. It's another video. Yes, you read it right. How do we melt ice? That's the question. That is the biggest question. Is they're running around unhinged, and you know they're committing crimes. You know they think they're untouchable. One guy was caught in this thing, and he was, you know, he was bragging that he's untouchable. He works for the government, and now he's arrested. And the protests, the anti-ICE protests are all over, the United States. New York. This is not just, the other day it was ICE out of, I think it was Sunday, ICE out, of the U.S. and or ICE out, or abolish ICE, and this was a big protest over the weekend, Sunday, Saturday, because of the shooting of Nicole Good, right? Or Nicole Renee Good, and it stems from that. So if you're seeing protests now, it's because it's continuing. You got it's. I don't blame the people. I don't blame the people. I don't blame the people for protesting. For one, it's a right? It's one of our civil rights. It's one of the our rights that we have. It's to the right to assemble and right to protest, and to is to show the grievances. Is to dispute what your government is doing, and everybody has a right to do that. You shouldn't be shot in the head because of it. It's a tragedy on both sides. I think it's I think Trump is trying to make America great, but that is not making America great. You have vigilantes, you have masked mass men or mass soldiers under the guise of ICE deportation, randomly snatching up people, and that's it. They could be citizens. We're seeing citizens getting snatched up, citizens being abused, shot, beaten, and the right, what the president and the vice president should have said. The right course of action should have been. It was a tragedy. It was a tragedy on both sides, and we have to do better. And I don't think they both actually did. They're supposed to be. They're elected by the people to preside over everybody, not just one particular party. And what I feel is that they're dividing this country instead of making it great. They're terrorizing the people. Um, it's stark reminders of you know different countries, different dictatorships, different these empires that try to take over worlds. It's very stark reminders of history repeating itself. And we said we've always said never again, right? Never again. We live in a military state right now, where if you speak your grievances, they target you and they come after you. That's not the American dream. That's not the USA that I'm used to being living in. You know, I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in this country. I believe this country can do better. I believe that this country could be great. And it could be the greatest it could be ever. But you have to take into account, and we have to hold people accountable for, what's going on in society. We got to stop dividing each other. we're supposed to be the United States of America. Then why don't we live up to its name and we continue to divide each other? Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's because outside foreign powers are dividing us from within. Imagine if we're united. I mean, people. I don't know if people remember one of the times in my life is during 9/11. I remember that very, very like it was yesterday. And I remember when people during that time were, we had empathy. And I'm just going back to that time because the whole world, well, not all the world, but a lot of people were mourning for us. And the country was in a fragile state. And America, for once, and I'm not picking apart the past of years before, I'm just saying in life that I experienced was one of the most united times I ever witnessed this country. Everybody was being nice to each other. It was just overwhelmingly proud to be united, a part of the United States at that time. And fast forward to today, it hurts me to see this stuff. It hurts, it's so, I seen the videos of people running, through the streets in fear. You know, this is not American. That's not American. None of that is American. You know, I encourage us to continue to protest. I encourage us to continue to open our mouths, voice our opinions, use our rights that the country and the Constitution allows us to do. If we're citizens, we pay the taxes, we have the God given right to do so. If we're doing our part, then we're allowed to tell you if you're doing a bad job. And yes, the Trump administration is doing a terrible job. If you love my show, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and comment, and let me know what you think. I'm building the channel. Check out my other videos. I got some good topics. Got to get some good interviews. Um, if you have some suggestions, feel free to let me know. Comment under the box there. And this is in my circle. I'm Ralph, also known as Ralph Rotten, and you have a good night. And thank you for watching. And we're gonna have some video on there on the side there for you. But yeah, thank you again for for tuning in. Are we still live?